Alright, so I am eliminating Manetta because I don't like him. Oh, and that picture that I showed up that for some reason had no sound. I thought it did, sorry. That was supposed to be what she looks like to everyone. So, yeah. And okay, so to explain everything, Mineta has like half of his ribs broken and most of his bones. So even if um the what's her face could heal him, he wouldn't be able to walk or do much in that matter. So yeah, he's dying. I might bring someone else into the story. Well, into Class 1A. But, I'll fix Denki's personality. So he's actually not a dunce, so then he's not an actual dunce face. So, yeah. So, Deku's going to fix Denki's personality somewhat, so he's not pervy, and he's actually more smart, like, as an average person. And he has better memory, so, yeah, Deku fixes his quirk a little bit, so he'll only be stunned for like 30 minutes. Or if he's lucky and doesn't use it that much, like 10. So yeah, that's gonna happen. Sorry. Um, so, we cut to the SSJ. Oh boy. Hmm. Okay then. Well, oh yeah, that was in the other one. um, so Deku, he at there, he has a hero costume, but it's not like All Might's. It's he wears the Kirito armor and all that, and sorry, everyone. I'm going to pause. All right, so back to there. So he wears a he wears a somewhat he wears a mask that's kind of made out of gold in the front and some on the back. So it's like a one of those costume masks that look like a plastic that it's a plastic skull looking like thing, but on his it's actual gold, and the straps that go behind go like over his ears and over his head. So they're connected in like 3 places, and it doesn't fall off. So yeah. So Mirko and him notice that I mean, oh yeah, the invisible girl isn't invisible anymore. Ooh, so she can't exactly work as the fucking traitor now because she's not invisible. And one time she used her quirk on herself on accident. Snuck into Deku's room, and when Deku was doing his deed, like taking his frustration out on his meat. If anyone catches my drift, if you do, good for you. um, then when he's almost there, she sits on his thing, and it goes. Imagine, just imagine, and yeah. So he does his deed inside her. He doesn't even notice. I mean, he notices after she slides it in, and he's not a virgin anymore after that. And that day was not a safe day. Well, it wasn't a safe day for her. So I might make her have a child. I don't know. Oh well. Then after that you go to the SSJ. Actually, don't. I forget. It's been a while since I've watched the show. Don't judge me. And he and Mirako say, "Are those fake villains or are those real?" And once 18 and Mr. Aizawa noticed this, they jump into action like a frickin' snake slithering away. It's like they're super fast doing it and everything. So then Mirko and Deku go right in and they beat up a lot of the villains. And once Kirigiri actually does something about it, it's just like halfway too late. I mean, 13 gets like half of the smoke. Bakugo actually does something. I mean, he still teleports everyone. And him along with Bakugo, so, you know. Only this time, well, so he, can take off his horn, and, well, he has chains, kind of like Ghost Rider, but a little different. These chains stick to people, and it's really hard to take them off. Only he can take them off. So he dumps a lot of chains into water. He punches inward, like 50% of Detroit Smash, and almost breaks his frickin' hand because he can't handle that much, but he still can. He just bruises a few of his muscles, and yeah. So Deku, he wraps them all up once they're in the middle, chains them up, and puts all of them in the center. And then he chains up all the villains that Aizawa beat up onto the ground so they won't get up. They'll just be next to the other ones. And, then Aizawa don't have to do much. And, so, Shigaraki, I almost forgot his name. And he's a villain. He, orders the Nomu to, attack the kid and Aizawa. And, it goes a lot different. Deku, he grabs the brain and stabs through the freaking chest into and grabs onto the heart, rips the heart out and the brain. Well, first the heart still moves a little bit, and then he rips out the brain. And then it stops moving completely. So then he tries to do something about it, but it's too much for him to handle, and yeah. I mean, he did try at first to change back to human, and he got flashes of where the Nomus are getting made, so after he kills it, because he can't fully make it better, after he kills it and throws it somewhere, like onto the stairs, everyone beats up their villains. Deku technically has that weird ability to talk to people in their heads, and he tells everyone to grab the villains, like either tie them up. I mean, he puts his hand above his right eyebrow, and then tells everyone to grab the villains that they beat up, take them to Deku, so he can chain them up. So, yeah. I mean, most of them happen originally, except for Deku and Sue. So, yeah. And, Baku knocks out the, Kirigiri, brings him to Deku, so, yeah. Deku tries to fix him. I mean, he does, but barely. With his sanity intact. Yes, and the backfire of fixing someone's quirk is messing with his mentality. So, yeah. I mean, he has to rest a few days, but then he'll be right back on his feet, being as sane as a person can be. Just to say. Yeah. So then he fixes his Kirigiri's mentality. I forgot Kirigiri's original name. So he has to actually take the hero exam again. Oh, yeah, okay. So that's who will replace Mineta. And I'm giving him a weird hairstyle. He's going to have a hairstyle like this. Ignore the other piece of the picture. Just look at the hair on his head. So, yeah. Kirigiri's like gonna have this because he hasn't taken care of his hair at all. Oh, and this is basically what the Invisible Girl looks like. Well, the girl version of Deku. And oh wow, I didn't notice the tears. Oh, they're tied together. So yeah, yeah, that's basically how she's gonna look like. So yeah, just to clear that up. Um, and yeah, Deku. I mean, Kirigiri won't be a villain no more, but he's still gonna pay for a little bit of the crimes that he's done. I mean, no one really knew his true identity, so yeah. So he's going to replace Mineta, and yeah. I mean, he's going to have to take the final test, so yeah. Um, he's basically going to finish everything. He did everything before, so yeah. So yeah. I mean, he's still gonna keep an eye on everyone. I'll make him read your wheelchair now. Yeah. Okay, so things are going to be interesting. I mean, now that everyone basically knows what Kirigiri's powers are, I mean, I'm going to give him one more quirk to just make him a little bit better. He's going to be able to shoot beams out of his portals if he tries to put two together. Like, just imagine, like, wait, I don't think many of you have actually seen this, but on Wakfu, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, on Wakfu, there's a boy named Yugo, and if he tries to put two portals together, he makes a very strong beam. Got it? Okay, good. So Deku, hmm. He okay, so I figured out what I was gonna say. Sorry for the long pause. Um, Deku, he is going to um put Shigaraki into a headlock, and he's going to pass out from pain and not being able to breathe. So he's going to get caught, and they're going to make sure that Shigaraki is put in a quirk-proof place. Cell and in quirk canceling handcuffs. So yeah, um, ah, yeah, so Deku, he took care of basically everything. There's going to be a new leader, just because. Um, so Stain's going to be a little bit of a problem, but probably not. Yeah, no, he's not. So, oops, sorry guys. Um, so Deku's going to, wait, I had a plan for everything, but now I had a plan for most of the arcs, but now I forgot some of them, and now everything is kind of going up in flames in my face. Okay, well, that's, oh boy. Alright, so, Deku, he's, going to have a very fun time beating up bad guys, chaining them up. If most of them, try to escape, the heroes come in anyway and arrest most of them that are a bit powerful for some of them. And Izawa does kind of get beat up, but he's gonna be fine. He doesn't have all the injuries he did in canon, just like half. So he won't be in a very big full body cast, just like some. So he's gonna have like broken arm, a few broken, and yeah. So and whatever that lady is that heals people with just a kiss. So he's going to he's going to fix her quirk a little bit by making it to where when she heals someone, it doesn't take away from their energy. It just takes away from wanting to like wait, no. Yeah. Hmm. He just fixes your quirk so it doesn't really have any side effects. So Aizawa is kind of great, and Deku fixes Aizawa's quirk so he's not tired and his eyes aren't strained. But it's not to where it's perfect, but it's just to where he has a lot more energy. So yeah. Hmm. So yeah. We go to the time skip towards wait, did I give Deku one for all? Or all for one? I don't know. Remind me in the comments. Yeah, someone remind me in the comments of what I gave him if I did. If I didn't, I'm going to have to interrupt. I'm going to have to incorporate it into here. And give me suggestions of if you want me to add a quirk from One for All or no. Because I can make it interesting or I can make it very 18 plus. It all depends on the quirks and what you want in it. Alright? Alright. So, yeah. Back to the story. So Deku, he's, basically getting ready, training. Everyone else is more hyped than usual. Mainly because, Deku basically had the ability to basically kind of have a little bit of foresight in what people could have in their quirks and have a little bit better. So yeah, he tells everyone of how they could make their quirks a lot better. A lot. I mean, they're gonna have to keep most of their things quite secretive for some people, so then people in the final exam where they actually get their hero cards, they don't know their abilities, so yeah. And Deku says to fucking Todoroki that it's okay that if, just because your fire is red does not mean it's your father's quirk. Can he control it? Todoroki says, no. Do you control it? Todoroki says, yeah. Then whose quirk is it? Mine? There you go, says Deku. And Deku's very irritated that he didn't use his fire quirk in there. And he says, you know, if you don't ever use your fire side and you actually use it, it's not going to work for you. And he's very irritated about it. So then Todoroki works on his quirk. And then Todoroki works on his quirk to where it turns blue. The hottest flames. Because cremation, that's basically what his brother had, but it's because of the genome of his ice quirk that made it turn blue. But in Todoroki's case, it's turned blue because of how hot it is. Not because it just mutated into cremation or anything of that sort. It was a freaking just oof. So yeah, the dude with the bolts that can make him bigger. Yeah, the bolts are going to melt. Just FYI. So yeah, he uses his fire quirk. His father's like, yes, Todoroki, yes. And Deku's like, fuck you. It's his quirk and his property. It's not yours. He can become whatever he wants to be. He could have become a villain to like Toya, who's Dobby, and to just in the beginning, Dobby did tell Deku that he was Toya. And by the way, he's better at using his quirk than you. Fuck you. So yeah, everyone in this audience is just fucking excited. So yeah, and yeah, and Deku he also tells Shinso about his quirk. So he actually so Shinso works on his quirk until it evolves, and he won't have to ask questions. He can just use different fucking methods. So yeah. And he actually uses more than just asking questions. He can more of use his body to his advantage. So yeah, that's stupid. Excuse me. Sorry. Um, so Deku, he's happy on everyone's progress. So yeah. Um, I mean, Ochako, she can manipulate gravity to where all she has to do is just point at someone. They can either go. She can make them go up or down, basically. Um, manipulating gravity to where they either, and her radius is like from like um um look, what is it? Um like somewhat of a 50-meter radius. So anyone who she doesn't want to be affected doesn't be affected. So yeah, that's gonna be very useful in the last arc phase, well technically, where all of 1A is going to pass and basically that. So yeah. Only everyone's just going to have very different time, and everyone's going to pass. Like everyone's just gonna go for the weakest players and go for them instead. Yeah. So who who mm, yeah. So his of Deku's opening speech, just cutting to that, would be, I'm pretty sure we'll give you a show. You don't want to miss what everyone's gonna show you. Don't even blink. And to everyone else in class 1B to class 1H, 1F, whichever one. Good luck to you. I mean, Bakugo would have had a very different say about this. His ego goes way beyond everything else. Just be glad it was me, not him. So, yeah. So, yeah. Midnight spins the frickin' thing, and she winks at Deku with actual intent, not just flirty. Oh, you're my friend. Okay, have playful. No, this is actually with lust in her eye, and Deku can tell. So he basically makes a clone to go with her, while everyone's just on the ring. So yeah, he makes a clone to go with her. It's invisible thanks to someone you might know. And yeah. Once everyone goes, she gets magically carried into a hall, soundproof because he made it soundproof, and he has might go into detail. Yeah, he has very very hot smexy time with her, since he can make clones from clones. He gangbangs her, and yeah. I might do a slight hair in my ear. Yeah, yeah, I might do a hair in my ear. I don't know. Oh well. So he he once they're done with her, they give her a sponge bath, and they're not affected by her quirk, so she's, yeah. And when they oh wait, I might actually, for anyone under 15. Go like 30 seconds into the video, please. And I warned you. So when one of the clones was eating her out, and another clone was eating her butt out, they it tasted like strawberries in her butt. Oh, tastes like blueberries. And I warned anyone, so yeah. All right, going back to the race, and after the sponge bath, after the sponge bath, after the thing. So yeah, Deku's on the lead. Um, with everyone's training, Uraraka's basically in basically third. I mean second, and everyone's basically trailing behind all of UA. I mean 1A, class 1A. Fuck. So he's just trailing the fucking path, and he jumps halfway to over the thing. He jumps off another rock. It make a crater, but it doesn't crumble. So yeah. Then he jumps off of that to the other side, going jumping over the mines. I mean, Uraraka does the same, only with a little bit more speed. So yeah, she gets second, and yeah, Bakugo and Icy Hot get third. Yes, and I'm disrespecting him. I mean, he's actually Bakugo gets fourth because uh Todoroki Todoroki is using his fire and going super fast. Basically because of that. So he makes a ramp off of the edge that he starts, jumps off the ramp, well technically makes snowboard, goes off the ramp, goes all the way over, makes another ramp at the end, and lands it perfectly. So then he starts skating again. So yeah, he yeah. So yeah, everyone a 1A gets their numbers. So yeah, I mean Kirigiri. I mean technically. He does have another quirk, so he has somewhat of a strength enhancing quirk. So he basically just runs with them instead of teleporting to the end. So he makes it fair. So yeah, everything's there. Yeah. So everything's just going. Everyone gets their place. Deku is the 1000 headband, and well, did I forget to mention that he has wings? He has devil wings. He has devil wings. He can fly. He just doesn't like to because, well, last time he showed his wings to someone in his class, in a normal classroom, they touched his wings, and he got a quick boner. So yeah, that's why he does not like like anyone touching his wings or showing them off. So yeah, everyone's just going there, doing their own thing. So yeah, does anyone else does anyone else get those weird skin tags on their fingers? Ugh, it's really annoying. So yeah, back to the story. Sorry for going off topic. Yeah, everything goes somewhat else. Then everything else just goes kind of normal, kind of on canon, except for one thing. Deku can fly, so and the team is technically normal, but Araka makes them all of the team practically weightless, so he can fly up, but Deku can fly everyone up, and the pink-haired girl tries to touch his wings, grabs her hand, yanked her off, and says, "You touch my wings, I drop you. Got it?" She says, "Okay." Then he pulls her back in on the group, and she hangs on. I mean, she does ask him if she can do some tests on his wings. I mean, he says after everything, got it? And she says, "Okay," in a very happy tone. So he gets first. Uh really not getting to the roster. I don't really care. So yeah, everyone's just cruising, trying to get points. And yeah. So I almost said Naruto. Fuck. So Deku, he wait, how long is this? Ooh, okay. I might have ended afterwards. Okay, so this is the second episode, and I'm on the this arc. Usually people go after this in the third episode, or if they try and go for an hour, this is like the first. So you know, yeah, so Deku, he after everything, he gets first, yada yada yada. He gets paired with Shinso for the battling arc. Really did not go well for Shinso. He just blew him off with the wind from his wings. So yeah, everything technically goes normal except for Bakugo goes a little bit hard and shows his powers off, his new ones. And yeah, so that's technically his downfall, but oh well. So basically, everyone's just like, "You dumbass," towards Bakugo. And he's just like, "What? I like showing off. Fuck you all." Yeah, but that's not the point, everyone says. You're supposed to save it towards when we get the hero damn thing. Ah, you dumbass. He's like, "Oh, well, I only showed one, not all of them." Okay. So yeah, everyone's just at least glad, but yeah. And Kirishima's armor is a lot stronger, so he lasts even longer against Bakugo and that other metal dude. So yeah. Um They didn't get a tie, but Bakugo still won against Kirishima because, well, Kirishima didn't want to use his ultimate technique, which would be uh uh Red Riot Unbreakable, I think. Yeah. Still spoilers, but oh well. If you haven't watched the anime, I mean, probably because the anime hasn't fully gone dub. I wish they would do that, but oh well. Yeah. So Deku gets the win. Yeah. So League of Villains doesn't want to go after Deku because they know him and they know what his power is and how much fucking ruthlessness he can be if he gets angry. So, yeah. Everything's kind of, yeah. So they go after, who's in second place though? Oh, God. I have to make a roster. Third, so third is Tokiyami. So, yeah. Um, and he can use Shadow as a, with his as armor, kind of. So yeah. He's third. Bakugo is second. So the villains try each from third to first. No, from third to second. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it off here. So goodbye, my peeps. Goodbye.